Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, I have a wonderful thing to talk to you about today. I live just outside of Tampa, Florida, and it is October 19th, and we have a beautiful day outside. It's in the mid 70s, and boy, that was a rough summer going through. Whew, man, that was a hot one. Definitely glad it's over, but I've been meaning to do a video on these Ryobi power tools that I got. They're not um, the drills and everything. These are going to be about the lawn care stuff that I got. I have a couple acres to take care of. I mainly take care of one of the acres. The other acreage is the other acre we have. We just use for privacy, so nobody could build on it. When the COVID went nuts, everybody was buying everything. We were forced to buy it at a crazy price because they were popping houses up everywhere, and we just didn't want that. Anyway, long story short, I ended up getting the battery powered 40 volt and a 6 amp and a 4 amp battery for the weed whacker, the blower that attaches to the weed whacker. They're just attachments. They come off the weed whacker and the blower, and the brush cutter. Another thing that really I found like I was able to get out today and not you know burn up to death in the sun because it's such a nice day. I actually used the brush cutter to go around my fence. I have a chain link fence around half of my, well, three-quarters of my fence, and then I have a privacy fence on the other side. So I was able to go around the whole part that's up against the woods with my brush cutter. These tools are amazing, man. They're not toys. I'll show you some pictures of what I was able to accomplish. I brought my Sawzall with me, but I didn't even need it because this thing was cutting like, half inch, quarter inch little tree saplings. I couldn't believe it. The batteries have never let me down. I did use the one battery to do the bigger battery, which was the 40 of the 6 amp, to do my yard and my weed whacking and the blowing and everything in my yard. And then I recharged it again, and then I went along the fence line, which I should have showed a before picture. It was just too much going on for me to film it all. But I will show you some pictures of after. These things are amazing. Let me get some pictures of the actual units themselves, and I'll flash them up on the screen and tell you what my point of view is on them all. I'm not being sponsored. If you know my channel, I'm kind of all over the place. I just do things that I can't find on YouTube, or if I'm really happy with something or really not happy about something, I want people to know about it, so they don't make the same mistakes, or they do get something that I can help them make a decision on that with it, giving them my opinion on it. So I'm not saying to go out and buy anything. I'm not a professional or anything. I'm just an average homeowner. And these things really are amazing. They're not toys. It's really cool. They has just as much power as my gas, and not have to worry about filling up the gas and mixing it, and leaks. It leaks almost every year. The weed whacker, and I got to put new line on it and everything. It's just these things are actually really amazing. So let me take a few pictures, and I'll throw them up there on the screen for you. Hang on a second. Okay, guys, I'm just going to give you a little tour around this house and show you that I do indeed have some property to work with here. Um, these tools definitely have stepped up to the plate. And I'll take a little walk around. I'm not going to make it too long out here because it'd just be senseless to you, but let's flip the camera around. Okay. So you can see we live in the country, but all this, a lot of weed whacking, all that. There's another acre over there that belongs to us on the other side of this fence, and this is the fence that I wanted to show you. So you can imagine just doing the yard alone on the inside, the weed whacking that has to be done is quite extensive. And the batteries have not let me down yet. Now this is the first time in years that I got on this side of the fence. This is also our property over here. But if you look down the fence line, if you can see it, look at it. All that was kind of like all that, not as bad. But you can see that with that stick right there, if you can see it. It chopped that. That's crazy. But yeah, if you can see the fence line down there, you know what I'm talking about. Look at that. All that stuff was coming through the fence. And I did it all the way along the back of our property, all the way over to that wood fence, which we have 150 feet of frontage. So the back is 150 footed,
of rear fence, and along here is 300 feet of side fence, which is 43,500 square feet, which is an acre. Now over there, like I said, we use this for buffer over here, just so, because they were building so much. They were trying to, ever since we bought it, they've been trying to buy it from us. But we've been trying to buy that property since we moved here. Anyway, so we're fortunate enough not having any neighbors across the street. The state actually owns that property, so we're very lucky. But the point is, a lot to do out here as far as landscaping. And I'm going to tell you, that Ryobi stepped up to the plate. They are amazing, every one of them. That brush cutter cutting along that whole fence line is amazing. But okay, let's go back and then finish up the video.
Okay, so here's the tools. These are amazing. I definitely been getting my use out of these. I highly recommend them. If you have a job, a business, maybe not so good for you, but an acre or less, they're amazing. It also has an amazing charger that actually has a fan on it. It charged my full battery, my 6 volt, or my 4 volt, 6 amp battery in very, very fast, probably about an hour. So really neat. Very impressed with them, guys. Hope this video helped. Didn't see much about them out there, so yeah, there you go. And there's my fence line cleared. It's amazing in what it was doing. Wow. Okay, guys, so there you go. I had to tell you about these products. I've been meaning to do one of these since I started using them. I was impressed the first time I started with them. I was so happy that the Weed Whacker was even better than my gas one, in my opinion, for several reasons. Actually, the Weed Whacker string that they sell actually has some metal fibers in it, so you don't go through the string as much. So it's very, very nice and strong wire. Overall, I'm very happily impressed with them. It wasn't cheap. I think I paid about $480 for the 3 attachments and the 1 battery. Then I was able to find another battery, the bigger battery, the 40 volt 6 amp battery, at a return store, like a liquidator, that they use them one time, and if they don't happy with them or whatever, they'll return them. But it's been great. The battery seems perfect. It hasn't given me any problems. It gives me a great full charge, and I'm very happy with it. I was able to pick it up for about $60. Beware the knockoffs. They might work with Ryobi, but always sticking with Ryobi products is probably the best way to go. Not to say the other ones wouldn't work, but whatever's in your budget. Anyway, guys, I hope it helped. If you're considering using battery, I'm putting this video out at the end of the year. Don't expect to get a lot of views on it, I imagine, because it is definitely not seasoned anymore, but hopefully it helps. Showed you what it can do. Very impressed overall. And anyway, enjoy the winter, stay warm, and see you on the next video.